welcome. It's Kylie Bertucci, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Australia. How are you all? I'm seeing so many comments and it's wonderful. Hello over on Facebook. Hello YouTube. Oh, it's so good to see you all. Another week has flown by yet again. Can you believe it? Just like that, right? We blink and it's another Friday, which is exciting because I get to be with you, all of you. So how is everyone? I know we've had some unbelievable, crazy weather all around the world. So my heart goes out to all of you in Buffalo. We've been checking out some friends that are in the New York area just to make sure everyone's okay. But yeah, it's just unbelievable, isn't it? This weather. We've had very, very hot weather here in Melbourne, and then it tanked and went quite cool. So we were going from air conditioner to heater. So it's, yeah, it's craziness. I don't know what to wear. I'm like, am I wearing summer or winter? Don't even know. So I know a lot of you are aware that we don't celebrate Christmas, Bruno and I, for religious reasons. If you have any questions about that, now's not the time to chat about it, but you're welcome to message us about that. We do believe in Jesus. We love him very much, but there are some other reasons as to why we don't do Christmas. So if you're curious and you just want to know what on earth, feel free to message. No pressure. I won't be Bible bashing you or anything, but it's very interesting to find out a little bit about Christmas. And I know a lot of you spent some time with friends and family. We still did that. We had my brother and his fiance over for dinner on the 24th. They came for dinner and we had an amazing feast. We had Jessie here on Friday night with some friends. We were playing a new game called Wingspan. So we have been very busy. We've had a couple of friends come from Sydney. So we caught up with two sets of friends. And we've got another set of friends that we're catching up for lunch this Sunday. And we're going on a cruise. So it has been very busy, and I totally understand December is a busy time for all of us, whether we celebrate Christmas or not. It's a time of catching up because it seems to be when all the public holidays are happening. So it works out very well for all of us. So I hope you had a great time and ate lots of yummy food. I know we have. My scales are thanking me, not. But anyway, we'll deal with that later, right? We'll just have a bit of fun and then we'll deal with it in January. Well, when we get back from the cruise, we'll deal with it. Although randomly, I don't know if any of you find this, but when we go cruising, I don't seem to put on any weight because we have a no lift policy unless it's after 9 o'clock and we've had a few drinks, and then it's dangerous to use the stairs. But during the day, we are only allowed to use the stairs. That's the goal. And we usually do something like Zumba or something that, yeah, we have a bit of fun. We go swimming. So we're actually quite active when we go cruising. So that is brilliant, which is really good. We don't really put on weight. It's when I get back home, when I'm in a bad routine, and I'm going, Bruno, where's my server? Where's my waiter? Why isn't he bringing me my cocktail of the day? So I just got to get back into a good routine when I get home, right? That's the goal. That's where the problem lies. It's when I get back. But anyway, I'm going to have a great time while we're there. No guilt, just relaxing. Bruno and I are bringing some games. Jessie's looking after our babies for us, so we're very grateful to her. She's the best assistant in the world. She even looks after our doggies for us. So we've got, Loretta has said she was in minus 17. That is so crazy. And is that in degrees Celsius? Unbelievable. And yes, Kayla loves cruising. Is so much fun. Yes, it is really a lot of fun. And Rebecca as well. I love cruises. And yeah, don't put on weight. And the interesting thing, there's lots of yummy food. So it's like I'm having salmon and, you know, steak. And Bruno loves his escargot. He has lots of escargot on the cruises. Because I don't really know anywhere else that you can get escargot off a cruise ship. We could go to a French restaurant, but I don't know many French restaurants in Melbourne. So, yeah. Let's just buy a cruise and live on it permanently. Yes, please. That would be lovely. As long as it has a reception, though. I've still got to get a job. So, how is everyone going with the new catalogue? I know some of you here are demonstrators and already have got your hands on brand new product, which is so exciting. I have a big call about this catalogue. I really feel like this is going to be one of our most popular of all time because it has so many beautiful products, even the ones that you're like, I don't know. You look at it closely and you're like, oh my goodness, even this is amazing. So I feel like it's going to be just one of those, amazing, amazing catalogs. Oh, not Celsius, Loretta. So what does that mean? -17 Fahrenheit. What's that in Celsius? That's more, isn't it? Is that lower? I'll have to do my calculations or someone can do it for me. That is craziness. Yes, Loretta loves a new catalogue. Hello, Jessie Scott. The amazing Jessie Scott is in the house. But yes, this is it. And I have a big call. It's a Kylie Bertucci big call. KBBC. This is hot property. There is so much in this catalogue. Now, we've already had inquiries as to what is the best way to shop in this catalogue. So I just want to go through that briefly before we jump into our beautiful card today, which I think you're going to be very excited about. I'm using the stamp set found on page, and it's a really random one that you might miss because I don't know, it's sitting on a very strange page. It doesn't look like, it looks like it's a commercial or an infomercial or something like that rather than something that you can buy. You're like, can I actually purchase that stamp set? Didn't know. Page 24 if you have the catalogue. And if you don't have the catalogue and you're one of our VIP customers, they are on the way. So please look out for that. -27. Oh my goodness. No. No, I could not. Can't even. Kathy says, I love cruising, but we're afraid to go now with COVID. Please stay safe. Yes. So we have a good plan, Kathy. And they're actually doing a lot to try and combat it all. Because, yes, I do not want to get that when we're cruising. But Bruno and I have a plan that we are going to try and spend as much time as possible outside. Because where we're going to Adelaide, it's warm. So we have a lot of opportunity to be outside, and if we are inside, we're going to be wearing masks wherever there's like lots of people. And we always did washy, but we'll be doing extra washy on this cruise because I agree. And I'm glad that the buffet, you don't help yourself, someone serves you. So there's a lot of things in place that he is hoping will work out good. But we did have friends go and they said it was really good, really well maintained. Even the way we're getting, like we're embarking, it's all in stages. So I just don't want to stay in my house. I've got to keep living, right? Don't want to get locked up forever. Yes, please don't get sick. Look, if we get sick, we get sick. We will still have a lot of fun. We have a balcony. So we'll get our food delivered and it will be okay. We just have to adjust our thinking. I'll be like, Bruno, let's order a cocktail and sit on the balcony. Let's order Uber Eats. No, I don't think we're allowed to do that. But anyway, so questions. I've been having a lot of questions. What is the best way to shop in this catalogue? So there's a few options. Our number one is always to join. And the reason for that is not because it benefits us. It actually probably benefits us if we get your 20% if you shop with us. But in the long term, of course, it does benefit us. It's not like it doesn't. However, we genuinely want to let you know, and for those of you watching that aren't already demonstrators and don't live in Australia, this applies to you as well. Just think about this for a second. I know a lot of us are not math people, but you can join in January. You will be a demonstrator until the end of July without spending a cent, because it goes in quarters: January, February, March. You've joined partway through January, so that quarter does not count. You don't need to spend a cent. Then you have April, May, June. So June is your first quarter where you need to get your amount, which works out about $120 a month. I can spend that with my eyes shut in the evening. One order, not one a month. That's one order. So $120 a month. But you also get a buffer month in case you didn't make it by the end of June. So you have till the end of July, which is annual catalogue time. May, the new catalogue comes out. So it's a brilliant time to join because you get 6 months of not even worrying. Don't even worry about quarterly minimums. So many people get, oh, but I've got to spend a certain amount. Oh, I can't join because I've got to spend a certain amount. No, you don't. If you don't spend it, all that happens is you get 7 months of discounted products. And if you don't meet your quarterly minimum, don't even look at it. Don't even ask about your quarterly minimum. If you don't meet it, guess what? You just come back to what you're doing now. Have you lost anything? Have you gained anything? It's like you gained so much by joining. Then on top of that, there's a special. So you get extra free product. I think we worked it out. You get like $140 something, I think, of free product. I will calculate it in a moment. But it's literally, there's no loss. Like, I can understand if you invested all this money, like my father invested in his restaurant and spent $200,000 and then was a little bit scared. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's understandable. But there's no risk involved in this. You pay $169 and you get product back even more than what you spent. To me, it's like, why haven't you joined already? It's a no-brainer. And then you get the discounts. So please, please, please do us a favor. No matter where you live in the world, please talk to your demonstrator. If you don't have a demonstrator and you love this catalog and you love the products, just do it already. Just jump. And you know what? You can cancel. You can quit. You can let it lapse. No one is locking you in. You are not like, I have to stay here. I don't know what we think in our head. And the kit, you get to choose anything you want. There's still this weird thing that people think that Stampin' Up! Are going to choose the kit for them and that they're locked in. No, you don't have to. You also do not have to sell. Majority of my team do not sell. They joined just to get the discount and just to get the amazing starter kit at a discounted price with free postage. Smart people, I say. Very smart. So please consider it. Do the math. Work it out in your country. And you will see when you do the math, you'll be like, why didn't I do this earlier? That was really stupid. I could have been saving a minimum of 20% and I can get my hands on new product early and I get to go to amazing events that Stampin' Up! Put on. Like, do it already. Just go and talk to your demonstrator. Yes, Patricia, I signed up as a hobby demonstrator and there's no pressure. I mean, it can depend on which demonstrator you join up with. But I'm telling you now, if you shop around and do that, look for the right demonstrator that fits what you need. We do not put any pressure whatsoever on our team members. In fact, sometimes they drop and they're like, what happened? And I'm like, oh, sorry, didn't I let you know you were going to drop? So then they have to call Stampin' Up! And go, oh, can I come back again? But there's no pressure. I think years ago, there must have been this stigma with certain direct sales companies where they put a lot of pressure on people and it's just made people feel really like anxious, like they think they can't get out or that they're locked in. No, you just have to make one phone call and you can finish if you don't want to continue. And they're not going to take something if you haven't actually like purchased. So please keep that in mind. There is no obligation, no pressure. Yes, you get extra products. Yes, you get free products. Yes, you get discounted products. So it's a win-win. But if you decide not to join, oh, why wouldn't you after that amazing speech? I was on my soapbox then. But if you decided not to join, then please think about doing them in bulk orders, because if you put them in, say, a $250 order, then you will get discounted. You will also get rewards. Now, please keep in mind, demonstrators get those rewards as well. We get everything a customer gets, plus more. So yeah, don't miss out. But yes, if you need any help at all, if you want us to calculate for you what you would save if you joined, we're happy to do that. I would much rather give you your 20% than us take your 20%. When you shop with us as a customer, that's basically what's happening. Instead of you keeping it, you're giving it to us. Thank you so much. We want you to have it. So keep it in mind. Be prepared for the 5th. Ready to join. Remember, no obligation, no selling, no locked in, fully customizable kit. You can put anything that you want from this catalogue as long as it's under the amount, which I'm pretty sure is still... Let me get the amounts for you, so I can have my little... I'll have a little sip of my coffee after my good rant here. I'll get the exact amounts for you, because it's a really different special for this catalogue, because we have the mini. We have the blue. Okay, here they all are here. So we have option 1. You can get the boho blue mini. So you're going to spend $210. So normally it's $169, but you're going to spend $210, but you get to choose $315 worth of product. Normally it's $235. $235. So you're getting, how much is that extra? $70, $80 extra. Am I correct? Let's do the math. I'll get my little calculator out. So we'll do $315 minus $235. It is $80 extra, and you already get $66 for free, right? So basically you're getting 80 plus 66. $146 for free when you join. Now you can add on the little mini, and that does mean you are paying a little bit more. So instead of spending $169, you're spending $210, which basically means instead of paying $110 for the little boho blue mini, you're getting it for $40. So that's option 1. If you want to get the boho blue, you can just get the white one as well, same deal. If you want the white little mini, then you're only paying $40 for the mini. Or go for number 3, which is the $169. If you don't want the mini, just the $169, and then $315 worth of product. $146 for free. What? So please think about joining, because in Australia, this is the dollars. Check with your demonstrator if you're in another country, but that's the amounts for Australia. So if you're watching, maybe you were a demonstrator in the past. We've had a lot contact us already and say, look, I was a demonstrator in the past, I want to join. Or, I've done some research and I love what you're doing on your team. I'd like to join your team, because we do have a lot of support for our team. We've just started doing business building for our team, and we do that once a month, and that is going really well. We just had one this week, and today, in fact, we have once a month we have a Zoom crafting session for those that are not interested in building a team or building a business. That's fine, but the option is there. And then we're going to have a creativity session this afternoon at 2 o'clock. So we're going to be crafting away together. I've got a nice card that's from our tutorials, and it's a card that opens up with a gift bag in the middle. So that's going to be fun. So yes, lots and lots of support, lots of fun. We would love to have you on our Crazy Crafters team. And that is my soapbox over. You're welcome, everyone. Did you learn something new from my little speech this morning? Ah, good, Patricia. You do it, girl. She's gonna make the leap next month. Just do it. Just try it. If you haven't tried it before, test it out. If it's not for you, whatever. You haven't lost anything. You've just got $146 for free. Hello. Yes. What did Yella say? Why do we get charged international fee? So that's a really interesting question. So in Australia, what ended up happening was Stampin' Up changed service, and weirdly enough, we're with the Commonwealth Bank, and it started charging us, but then it refunded it. So just go and check your bank account, because it's really strange. It charges and then refunds. And if you are finding, depending on what bank you're with, maybe do a swappy swap until they've fixed it all. They said they are testing a new bank and it's looking good so far. They must be testing it with all banks, not just one. Oh, that'd be lovely, Susan. Please join us. Even if you just come and sit with us on Zoom and have a chat. It's really nice. But yes, just think about maybe using a different account. Maybe your relatives have got a different account that you can use just for your Stampin' Up. I'm not sure if you can go to the post office still and get those cards from the post office. But yeah, you can find a way to do it. So, Lynn, thank you for the beautiful card. Oh, things have been crazy. And it made your day. I'm glad you enjoyed, Lynn. That's really nice. Makes me happy when people get happy mail. And, yes. ING charges and refunds too. Yeah, it's really odd. Commonwealth, it was like it charges you and then you're like, oh no, I've been charged international fees, and then the next day you see the refund. It's like, what is going on here? So yeah. And Patricia said hubby finally said okay. Oh, good job, hubby. Yeah, just tell your husbands, like, I can keep spending what I'm spending, or you can let me join and I'll spend less. Well, that's the goal. We've got to do anything it takes, you know, to get... I love it. And Kayla said it doesn't charge me and she's with Bendigo. So yeah, just check your bank, and depending on which bank you're with will depend whether you get charged or not. Does PayPal charge you? Can we still do PayPal? I don't think you get charges with PayPal. Yeah. Anyway, let me show the card that we're doing today. Oh, that's good, Jenny. Donna, yeah, I pay by PayPal. Does it charge you, Donna? Do you get a charge at all? International charge? I don't think that. You're right, Rebecca. We could tell ourselves that, right? Okay, you ready to receive? Are you ready to feast your eyes on our... It's such a... I know you'd all love that, didn't you? Spend less. As if. This is such a surprise card. I must say, I'm very, very surprised by this card. Are you ready? We can have a bit of fun with it. Oh my goodness. So this is the stamp set. Page 26. Did I even pull out? I didn't even pull out the stamp set. That's hilarious. But I do have to I have to work out what sentiment we're using today. So I think I don't even know which one I used on this one. I did it so long ago. I did it for our after our unboxing. Oh, there you go. No charge on PayPal. Ooh, and you can pay in 4. That's really good, the PayPal, isn't it? And on PayPal, keep in mind, if you don't have like money in your PayPal account, you just use a credit card on PayPal. I've done that plenty of times and it's very handy. Oh, there's the nice congratulations from the Flora one too. So this is what we're going to do. Oh, there's that pretty one too. There's lots of really nice sentiments that I can use, but I like to use something small. So I actually grabbed the sentiment. I thought this celebration set might be a good one to use because it's only going to be around for a very short time, end of February. But that's one that you can get for free starting in January. Yeah, I love the white and navy. It's so pretty. God, wow. I love God, wow. Thanks, Patricia. So yeah, I thought one of these will be really nice. One of the longer ones, because you just want something small. And I thought this is a great, and even just the type of sentiments that are on there, they're so beautiful. Can you read those? It's just really, really sweet, really kind words, and yeah, small. Because I want something, I want the hero to be that beautiful, beautiful set. So we could even cut out, and this is the cool thing about this stamp set that I'm going to go through with you, but each section you can kind of use different things from it. So you could, and it is a fussy cut stamp set. There's no die that comes with this, but you could cut out that flower and use that flower individually. And these are, in the corner are little leaves, so you can cut out the leaves and use them individually. And there's some really nice samples in the catalogue where you can sort of, yeah, use bits of it. And even if you cut out the inside here, I'm not sure, I haven't tested any of the dies, but I wonder if any of the dies would cut that out. But even if you fussy cut it by hand, that would be beautiful to have that open oval and then have this around the outside. So we'll have a little play. We'll see what dies fit and how it covers it. And I think you'll be really impressed with this stamp set. I think it's one of those stamp sets that if you're new to stamping and you want something versatile, this would be a go-to for me. If you're brand new, if you've never done stamping before, and you can see all I did was embossing, but you could just use ink, stamp it, done. Just add your sentiment. Easy peasy. It's a nice, easy one. So let's jump on in, and I will grab the stamp set. And it is called, it's actually the title, Perfectly Detailed. I was like, what's the name of the stamp set? Oh, it's the title. And I highly recommend with these background stamps to look at getting the, what's this thing called again? Stamparatus. What are you again? Who are you? What's your name? Because you get a much clearer, much better image. So let's have a little look here. Did I put it back? Of course I didn't. Why would I do something like that? Because, you know, I want to be able to look. Oh, this is the other one that I used. I used Sentimental Park for my You Are Amazing. So this is another great one for sentiments. And where is my... Well, maybe I did put it back. We're going to go on a scavenger hunt, everyone. Did put it back. What? Oh, am I feeling right? Am I feeling okay? So you'll see the front cover, and it says image at, does it say 80%? I haven't got my glasses on. Images at 80%. You use PayPal and still get charged, Yella. Maybe call Stampin' Up and just ask them what is going on here, and they'll be able to walk you through it, because that doesn't make sense. It must be your credit card that you're using. Brain farts aren't meant to happen. So look at that. Isn't it just absolutely stunning? And what I love, as I said to you, is just all the different intricate parts of this that you can cut out. I just think, wow, so useful, so many different things. Like that frame there is just absolutely stunning. So we'll do a little bit of snipping and have a look at what it looks like used different ways. Now, I think I've done this high enough. Yes, brilliant. I was madly trying to delete all my files on my iPad because it still was saying warning, too much storage usage. And I was like, are you kidding me? Don't you know I'm about to go live? Now I'm going to do something different because that's what I do. You know that I love to be different every time. And what I'm going to do is actually use some basic black, but I thought it would be really nice to have the flower pop with some colour. So we might use like polished pink, or anyway, I'll let you decide because you all are you're my gauge. What are you vibing today? You're vibing like a pink or a purple, a blue, a green. I've got my green on today. Isn't this such a pretty dress? So pretty. I love it so much. All the colours. And I've got my earrings on to match. I was feeling like putting in effort today. I woke up a little bit earlier because we're dog sitting my brother's dog, Dante. He's such a little prince. And Bella's such a little princess. And Jasper serves everyone else. But Dante woke me up at 8:30, which is actually very good. Because normally he wakes his mum and dad up, my brother and his fiance Natalie. He normally wakes him up at 7:30. So that was good. That was a sleep in. I put some essential oils on him at night time. And I'm like, please go into a coma and don't wake me up. So that was very good. Yeah, I really love it. And I got a bargain too. You know all those Boxing Day sales? How good is it when you can get a bargain? I think I got it half price. Yes, please. It's great for summer. With summer weather here now. I don't really know what dog he is. They don't even know what type of dog he is. He kind of looks like a Spitz. He's like a mixture of a few things. I'll see if I remember if I can lift him up and show you. But he's a really cute dog. He's such a cutie. And he's got a very good temperament too. Because some doggies can be, you know, a bit growly. But yeah, he's really lovely. Very well behaved. And when he's hungry, he does this like little tap dance. He's very cute. So the top one, I might actually go lower. I'm going to put, because, you know, got to keep changing things up here. But I'm just going to do a tiny little extra border of basic white in the background because I can. And I think it will look really nice. So if you have my card templates, I mean, who am I kidding? Of course you have my card template tutorial. If you don't already, where have you been? What have you been doing? Welcome. Welcome to the world of crafting. So I'm going to do it this layer so that Melon Mambo is the dark layer. We have a tiny, tiny little thread there, Poppy Parade in the basic white. And it'll just give it that little tiny border, but look really good. So let's get some basic white here. There we go. I think I might even have some cut, but anyway, I keep using them all. Oh, I think I do have one cut. I like to have a little stash in my drawer of, oh, that's definitely not the right size. I just put that in there, didn't I? I said, yes, that must be cut. No. But yes, it's good to have the Poppy Parade size ready to go because that's the usual size that I use for inside my cards. You know, we don't want any nudie runs, although I'm pretty sure, have we got a flasher? I think it's going to flash you. We don't have a flasher. I did actually do it. I'm shocked with myself. Kylie, you're impressing me so much right now. When did you even do that? I was for sure thinking, nah, you didn't do the inside on that. When did you do that? Don't even remember. So I'm just cutting a few of them down. And just do it the Poppy Parade size. And they can be for the inside. May as well do these while we're at it, hey. This is a great job to do. This and bow making is a great job to do when you're maybe caravanning, or if you just want to do something in the craft room but you're not really feeling like using your brain, and it's productive and it's great. Or even if you're watching Kylie Bertucci on YouTube, just sit there, listen to me yabbiting on and cut some cardstock. Then you'll feel really productive because you're like, I've learnt a new technique. I learnt some new things, and I cut all my cardstock. We've got to be resourceful these days, right? Now, one thing I learnt with this is to cut beforehand, and you're just going to line it up. And one of the best things to do, this was a little trick that someone taught me. You can use a post-it note, but I've also got the post-it tape. It's a really handy thing for our craft if you don't have this. I think Bruno might have got this from Amazon. I'm not sure where he got it from. But you can just sort of line this up like so. And it's not going to be absolutely spot on, but when you're having it like this, it's really handy because you can sort of gauge where it's going to be. And then I just add the post-it note here. I know that seems really random, but it will make sense in a moment. Actually, I want it the other way because, and we will probably need 2 of them. And it's a little tricky technique. Actually, I might be able to. No, I will need one raised up because it's, look at me, I'm like, what am I even doing? I need to fold that over. Can everyone tell me what I'm doing? What are you even doing, Kylie? Kylie doesn't even know. Okay, I think that's figured it out. Although it's going to be sticky on that side and not on that side. Look at me, I'm so confused right now. Anyway, we'll try this and I can figure it out afterwards. I think I need more coffee, everyone. So we'll just go like this. Whee! Now, I don't know if this is going to work. Oh no, it's already moved. I really want to work out how I can get, oh, maybe I'll do it that way. Yeah, okay. I figured it out, everyone. I just have to flip it. Just make sure your sticky's facing downwards. I'm telling you, I haven't had much sleep lately. I haven't been drinking coffee lately either. Don't know what's wrong with me. Oh no, I forgot to wear my Apple Watch. I'm in competition with Jessie. Now, I don't know what the best way to flip this is. Because I want it to line up. I have done this before, people, but you know Kylie. She likes to try new things while there's like, 300 people watching. Keeping it real, people, keeping it real. So I think what I'll do, I know what I'll do. I'm going to stick this to the stamp temporarily. Oh. Do we need a laugh today? You'll get it from me. Always make time to laugh at yourself. Okay, I think that might work. It did not want to stick to the rubber. Yay! And the crowd goes wild. We're kicking goals. Oh, now is it moving? Oh no, that seems all right. And then that sticks there. I think that worked. Did that work, everyone? I think, did it move? Oh, I think it moved a little bit. The other clever thing to do would actually just to be use the grid behind. Because you can actually work out where to stamp. But I think it looks all right. We can always cut it down if it doesn't. Card on stamp. I knew I'd give you all a good laugh. Now, I want to move this out of the way, but I do want it to stick. So I'm going to flip it this way. And I don't want this... Oh, that should be all right being sticky. But what I want to do is have this as like a little handle. Because then I can pop that there. Because it's not going to... We don't want it to be on here. I've got like topsy-turvy today. Every time I'm like, go this way, I'm like doing the opposite. It's a very strange feeling. I must say, I felt very out of sorts this week. I've been sleeping so much. I said to Bruno, I don't know what is going on with me. I'm like, have I got long COVID or something? Because I'm just like, well, I wake up, do something for like an hour or two, and then I'm like, is it time for bed? What's going on? Why do I just want to sleep all the time? So anyway, I read some articles, and it's like, you know what? If my body needs to sleep, I'm going to go to sleep, and that's okay. Okay? All I can do is the best I can do. Give my body some rest. If it wants rest, sure. Go to sleep. I had the best night's sleep last night, actually. It was a really, really good sleep. So just, yeah, got to listen to the body and eat a bit better. I actually have to include a little bit of exercise. I really do. I do need, I don't think I need more sleep, don't I? I've had so much sleep this week. It's craziness. I think it's like, you know how they talk about the brain fog and stuff? I really do feel like I was in the kitchen the other night and I was like, all I'm trying to do is cook some chicken breasts, cook dinner. And yeah, there were a few things happening, like rice, and I was making Korean chicken and Korean sauce, and, you know, the dogs needed feeding. Like, of course, you know, typical night, and there's 100 things sort of calling your name. But I felt really frazzled. Like, I had to ask Bruno, I said, Bruno, could you come in here and help me for a second? Because I'm just like, I'm not coping. It was a really weird feeling. It was like just complete overwhelm. Like, I like froze. I was like, I don't know what to do next. I've got 2 timers on. I've got dinner on, which normally, no problem. Like, sure, just do that, do this. You know, you take one thing at a time. But it was like I got frozen with overwhelm. Frozen with overwhelm. Is that a condition? Frozen with overwhelmness. Now, I'm going to stamp that. Hi, Rachel. Good to see you over. And Joyce, we're heading to our cruises to Adelaide. Oh, hello, Kathy from Cairns. We love Cairns. It's a beautiful spot up there. I'm originally a Gold Coast girl. And Cairns reminds me a lot of the Gold Coast, except you can't go swimming. I was very disappointed when I was like, what? There's no beach in Cairns? How is this possible? Kayla, all I do is sleep, yes. Yes, I feel like every day I feel like we need a day nap. I never used to be like that. It's really weird. I don't know if it's because, like, the world's gone crazy or something. I don't know. I did something naughty, everyone. I didn't put the embossing buddy on. But it's looking very good. We'll soon see if there's any flyaways. Now, I'm just going to do this one more time, just to ensure that we haven't missed anything. And this is the cool thing about using the Stamparatus, is... But yeah, I really need to get checked out because a few people have said to me, and not to bring this up, but I think it's very good to bring up. I don't think enough people talk about this. In fact, I didn't know anything about it, but I think it could even be a bit of perimenopause happening. Yes, I use the M word on my YouTube, but let's keep it real here, girls. This is a thing. Look, I wake up in the morning and my eyes are dry, and I'm like, why have I got sand in my eyes? And all these weird, strange things are happening to me. I am 44. I'm about to be 45 soon. So maybe it's happening. It could be happening, people. All I told Bruno is he's still got time to run. Run now. Run now before it hits. It could be occurring. This could be a thing. So yes, any tips and advice, feel free to pass them on. Because I think we need to share our, you know, experiences in this. I know, we've got to keep it real. It's like, what on earth is happening to me? I'm a different person. This could be a thing. I did go to the doctor and check. She's like, nah, your hormone levels are fine. Oh no, I moved it and there's a little bit missing over here. Bummy. That's all right. You'll all forgive me, won't we? We'll do, you know what we can do? We can use this as a cutting up one, and then we'll get it perfect on the next one. in the corner it's missing a bit. I should have realized, but that's okay. We've got lots of cardstock here. I'll do this one first. Yeah, the hot flashes. Oh, look, I know that my temperature is like a bit whackety whack. I don't think it's like exactly hot flashes that I'm getting, but it's just a bit like, I don't know, not sleeping the same as I used to, not as much energy as I used to, a bit more snappy. Being a woman is very tough, I must say. It's very, very tough. So I feel for all us women out there. And I know there's some boys that watch this channel. Just learn, okay? Be kind to women. And if they snap at you, just be nice to us, okay? Just go, there. I feel for you. Because it's not easy. It's not an easy thing. Look how gorgeous that is. What a shame. That little spot here. So beautiful. That's right. We'll do it again. No, I can have another rant. It's a ranting kind of day. Isn't that gorgeous? So beautiful. But we'll still use it. It will still get use. Let's still heat it, and then I'll do the next one. Aging is not for sissies. That's so true. And I think another thing that happened, I was actually listening to Brené Brown. Highly recommend her. We were looking at an article last night about the difference between shame and guilt. Fascinating. Absolute, like, so many epiphany moments. I was like, what? And it's so true. So many of us have shame, fear, like, I kind of love being this age because I'm discovering things about myself I didn't know before. So there's parts of it that are good. Like, would I go back to 20-year-old Kylie? I don't think I would. Do I want 20-year-old body Kylie? Maybe, but I don't want her brain. She was a bit clueless. But is it good being clueless? Is this a good thing? Maybe staying naive and dumb is a good thing, right? La la la. It really does, Carrie. Look up Brené, Brene, Brené Brown. She has some incredible insights on shame, vulnerability. Yeah. So I'm being vulnerable today. Although she did say you need boundaries when you share. But I have boundaries. I feel safe with all of you. I'm keeping it real. I think a bad boundary would be if I was telling someone else's story and naming them. But it's my story and I would like to share. And I feel comfortable sharing. Because it's called real life. I don't think we have enough conversations about this sort of stuff, to be honest. I'm discovering all these things and going, what on earth? Yes, shame. And the difference between shame and guilt. Shame puts you in a state of inactivity and you get stuck. You just want to hide with shame. Guilt has a purpose, and usually if you're guilt driven by something you've done, then you will make changes. I love what she said. She goes, there's a difference between saying you've been a bad girl or you're a good girl and you've done so well, but you've just made a bad decision today on this particular thing. So guilt is, you're able to say, guilt is like, oh, I did a bad thing. Shame is, I am a bad thing. I'm bad. And I'm like, oh, that's so interesting. I just thought that, yeah, that's a really, really interesting. Yeah, she's very funny. Now, let's try this again. How gorgeous is that, though? I think I really like it in the black. And that's going to look gorgeous when it pops. So let's give you another chance here to prove yourself, little stampy set. And what I might do is just bring it over a little bit on the grid so that we're not up against this edge, because sometimes I notice the edge is what causes problems. Or actually I could have left it there. We'll leave it there actually. And so I can see here the grids, I've put it 3 in, but what I'll do is I'll just put it up the top here, although that will probably have the same thing with the hinge. So you know what, we'll go back to what I was going to do. That's my prerogative to change my mind. So I'm just going sort of more in the center now. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's about here. If you hear any snoring, it's not Bruno, it's Jasper under the... Oh, hi Bruno Bertucci, how are you? That's good. So I'm going to pop that there, and I'm pretty sure we should be happy. Oh, this is too big, this one. Let's cut this one down first. So we think guilt is what cripples us. Yes, but it's shame. Yes. Guilt can be useful because it creates a change. Like sometimes we need to change our personality. Like maybe I can be really impatient or quick to get angry. I've got the Irish blood in me. Wah! So nuclear explosion. So I need to work on that. Guilt, when I do something like and I fire off my head, well, guilt will move me to action, but shame will actually cause me to hide away, hide my face, not want to see anyone. And usually it results in change for a little bit, but not for long. It's temporary change. So yeah, it was a really, really interesting, yeah, Brené Brown. Yeah, she got some TED Talks as well. Brilliant stuff. I highly recommend it, particularly for women. I think it's a really, really important thing because a lot of us live with shame and it's not good. Men too, but I love what she said. She said something like, women feel like they need to be able to do it all, like perfectionists. Like that's our perceived weakness in our head. Like, oh, we've got to be able to juggle everything. And it's like, who said we have to be able to do everything? It's just a rule we made up in our head. Just gonna wipe this down. So yeah, learning to ask for help or say I'm not coping. And especially these days, I think it's really important to be able to say when you're not coping, because a lot of us aren't coping because the world's gone crazy. We're all recovering from being in lockdowns and going through really tough times. So we've got to be able to say, I'm not doing well, I need help. I think gone are the days of like, suck it up, buttercup. No, and please don't ever say that to anyone. You'll be right. You'll be fine. Will I? I don't know. Now, am I going to be able to do this again? Can I get it right? I'll just do this first and then I'll flip it. Oh, I feel like it. Oh yeah, that's sticky. But this is not sticky again, that's right. It did work the last time, didn't it? I feel like there's a better way of doing this. Oh, I know what I can do. I can go like this. Although I want it to stay kaputty. So let's just do that. Yeah, you stay there, mister. It actually wasn't too bad, that one. Why didn't I do that the first time? Did it go? Did it stay? Ooh, I think it did. Yesy, yesy. I like having this little sticky thing here. It's quite good. So, It's not quite straight, but I think it's quite forgiving, this stamp set, to be honest. TBH. Flip over the bottom first. Hi, Christina. Oh, Krista, I should say. That's very good. And don't ask how they are over and over. Just chat and say you're there. Yes. So true, Rebecca. She said that a few times, where sometimes we can go, like, I'm a bit of a positive one too. I'm like, oh, well, it'll be okay. Like, sometimes we just need to chat, or not solve it, not fix it. Just pour out your heart and know that someone's going to listen to you. But I'm very solutions based, so yeah, sometimes I can be quick to go to solutions. Let's see here. I just want to take this off without moving it. Oop, stay there, little one. I think what I should do actually with this, what would be the best way? I don't know. I'm going to have to think about it, because this is working, but it's not ideal. I feel I can do better. Maybe I just need a gauge, like a little mark. Okay, let's do this, people. Is it looking like it's lining up? I think it's a little bit high, but that should be all right. I think we can work with it. Hi.
Hi. What have you got?
I did this one.
Oh, you didn't do the one that you said.
No, I changed it last night at 2:30 in the morning. I'm like, you know what? I think I'm going to do that one. Britta's like, that's not the one. What did we decide again? Oh, that's right, the zebra paper.
Zebra, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, this one's a nice, easy one. Let's do this one. And if you don't have one of these, they're really handy. Yellow, you gave me this. You gave Bruno and I this, Kylie and Bruno. Linda, I appreciate your honesty and openness with us. I totally agree that this is a safe place, yep, for like-minded crafty girls. I'm 66 years old. Oh, Linda. That's nice. Yeah, it's like a chat with friends, right? Now, I'm just going to move this around a little bit, just so that I can see that everything has been... Yes, it looks really good. I was too busy chatting last time before I moved it. But yeah, definitely think about putting it in the middle of the Stamparatus. It's like what we would do if we were all having a cuppa together. These are the things I would chat to you all about. Because I think it's really important to share our experiences in life. Things we've gone through. And I think as I get older too, I'm just being a lot more mindful to spend time with the right people, and yeah, just being a bit more selective, because we can't change people. We can't, like, I'm very much like I need to fix people or help them, but like we all have free will. So like sometimes I think, well, I know the best way to do that, but I'm not allowing that person to have free will. Give them a chance to choose. Like we can say, oh, this is what I did, but then let go. Whereas sometimes I can be like, this is what I did, and then when they don't do it, I'm like, oh, how stupid. I told them not to do that. Why didn't they listen? But, you know, that's called life. We've got to figure out our own way. We can't, like I've been given advice and then done something else, something stupid. And that's just, yeah, that's our choice. I think everything with what we've been through lately has taught me, you know, everyone's going to have their own beliefs, their own ideas, their own choices. But I think staying like neutral and just going, yeah, okay, you do that. All the best. I don't necessarily agree, but I'm not going to spend my time forcing you to believe what I believe. No, you just do you. Sweet. Are you happy? Yeah, good. All right, you do that then. I wouldn't. But you do that. Awesome. And then still be friends. Like, that's the cool thing. But if you try and push your point of view, or you feel that if someone doesn't agree with you, and I used to be a bit like this, if someone doesn't agree with you, it's like they don't like you. But that's not true. We're all different. Now, there's a little bit of collectiveness there, but I want to work out how I can do a flick on this. Oh, there we go. I think I found a way. And if it really gets stuck, you can use take your pick tool to get in here, or the brush. But again, this is the type of stamp set that is quite forgiving, because it's kind of got that vintage look to it anyway. Like the lattice over here, it kind of looks very vintage, and I'm just going to put a little bit on that edge. Yeah, that's better. And a little bit over on this edge, it looks a little bit, yeah, just like, all right, yep, you do that. But I think we've got a world now where it's almost like people are forcing us into topics or situations where you've got to have an opinion. Like, what happened to the days where it's like, oh, it's none of my business. Like the whole Meghan and Harry thing. The way that the media has done all of that, it's like you've got to be one or the other. You either like her or you hate her. It's like, can we just say, I don't know her? It's none of my business. Like, are we allowed to do that anymore? It's like we get forced into making a decision one way or the other. It's like, I don't want to be forced into a decision. I'm sure each one of them have a story to tell, and we don't know all the details. We've only heard snippets of everything, and we've only heard one side, so I can't make an assessment based on that. We never have the full picture. Not even with ourselves. Like, we don't even know ourselves well enough as to why we make decisions that we make. So how on earth can we make judgment on other people? So I do something sometimes where I'm like, why on earth did I do that? Why did I make that decision? Where did that come from? Childhood stuff, triggers, who knows? So yeah, just think it's good not to get too many bees in our bonnet, because then you get stung. That was a good one, wasn't it? We get stung. I like that, Susan. Hi, Jenny. Good to see you. Rosie. This is a very insightful conversation. Oh, that's good. Thank you, Rosie. Yeah, it's like all sorts of issues, but we've all got our own things that our own experience, and so I think that's what polarizes people, because we've had an experience, and so we feel so strongly about it because our experience, but I don't think it makes room for understanding other people's experience, because we can be so dogmatic about our own, but we're not being open to sort of understand it from someone else's perspective. So everyone's got a story to tell. Everyone's had an experience or trauma or something happen in their life, and we don't know. We don't know what it is. Oh my goodness, look how gorgeous that is. I love it. Love it, love it, love it, as Cherish would say. Now, I think the flower, I think I'm vibing a really bright colour. Yes, Megan, I understand totally. Oh, 9,800 photos. Wow, you've done really well. Seattle was fun. Yeah, I think a lot of us aren't coping after getting sick. So, I think we'll try. I think polished pink is my... Do you all think polished pink will be a nice choice? I'll just make sure I've got a scrappy piece here. I think this one's polished pink. I always get Melamembo and polished pink mixed up. They're very, very close. Ooh, looks like it's Melamembo. Ooh, what about flirty? I've got a bit of flirty here. There's the polished pink. Yeah, that actually looks really nice. I'm not a pink girl, but I do really enjoy these pinks. Yeah, polished pink is really pretty. I like having the both of them though. Like they're a good combo with each other. It really is a beautiful stamp. That's why I thought I'll introduce it to you today in case you haven't got it. Because there was just so many choices to make with this catalogue. It's like you could miss some things. You're like, oh, I don't really know what to do with that one just yet. So I'm going to do 2 and then we can compare the pair because that's what I love to do. Put it down here. It's not going to get in the way. Nope, good. So I'm just going to do the embossing buddy in the middle here. And then we'll do the polished pink one. What's a nice colour that goes with polished pink with the greens? Because I'm thinking maybe we can do the leaves. We'll have a look at some colours. So what's everyone's 2023 looking like? Have you got any things that you're up to? We've got a few trips planned, which is going to be wonderful. I'm sort of pinching myself, like, are they going to happen? I hope so. I hope it happens. But yes, we would be very excited to, because we've got the Norway trip through Stampin' Up. So we've got that one planned. And that will be flying into London, which means we can go and see Mama at Waterloo. Napoleon did surrender. Yes, you got it right. We can go and see ABBA. Yes. Has anyone gone to that stadium? The ABBA stadium? I think it will be worth it. I really want to go see them as holograms. And the other thing I'd really, really love, and that I don't know if it will happen or not, maybe someone can tell me, but I'd really, really love to go to Eurovision. Is it really expensive to get to the grand final? I'm thinking it would be like $500 a ticket, maybe even $1,000 a ticket. How do we get in? Does someone here know someone that can help us get tickets to the final of Eurovision? Because we'd really love to go. We're avid fans. Did you know that that's how ABBA was discovered? Through Eurovision? Amazing! Oh, what's happened with Jenny? I have to go back and have a look at the comments. Sending hugs, Jenny. Aw, that's nice, Megan. Okay, so we've got that one. That's that flower. And then we'll do this one. And give it a good amount of... There's one side that has more, that comes out more powder than the other. But yeah, be heavy-handed, because you can always just wipe it off with a tissue. Oh, that's so nice, Connie. You went to the Mum went to the ABBA concert in 1977. Wow, that would have been amazing. Oh, imagine being able to see them live. Yep. Yeah, I'd love to find out how you get those Eurovision tickets. I feel like they would be very exclusive. Although the auditoriums always look like they're big. There we go. Oh, yes. Perfect the first time. And I feel like I need to get another basic white powder. We're getting a bit low. Look at that. It's taken a little while though. They last a very long time, these powders. I'll do the whole thing because it's really pretty. And this is actually another way that you could do it. This would be the smart way to actually do it. I knew there was a way. I'm like, how did I do it last time and get it so perfect? Just stamp the whole thing and then cut it. That's the best way to do it, because then you can have the overlap and you're not having to line anything up and you don't have to do everything I did before. So there you go. There's my hot tip for you, everyone. Just do it on a big piece and then cut it down later, and you can cut it to perfection. Oh, this looks really good. I know this is crazy, people, but I'm wondering if we should do this as the base and then put a black flower. Should we do it the other way around? Because this looks really good. And you know what you could do? Just suddenly had another epiphany. You can get the sponge daubers and you could sponge that flower, or even the blends colour in the embossing powder or the embossing, so you got to be a bit careful using blends. But yeah, I think the sponge dauber would be really cool on this. You can sponge the some of the sections of the flower. Hey there, Amanda Fitzgerald. Good to see you. It's lovely to have you pop on. Thanks for saying hi. I love seeing all your comments. Looking after each other. Very nice. It's a very good group we have here. Very special. Isn't it just so beautiful? And look at how clear it comes up when you really, really hammer it with that embossing buddy. You can just see how clear everything is. There's just no like little bits and pieces left around. Some people have said that they struggle a little bit with their embossing, and that could be one key element, that you're just not putting enough of the powder, the embossing buddy, on there. And it could be like you need to make sure that your Versamark is always inked up. And personally, I feel with the Versamark, it's just not something I refill anymore. I always just buy a brand new Versamark, because when I refill it, it never goes on even, and it just affects the embossing too much. So that's just one rule of thumb that I have for my Versamark. You know, it's not that expensive in comparison to the refill anyway. It just needs to be that. So yeah, so this is the key, definitely, everyone. Just do the embossing, and then you can come in with your card template and cut it down. You can even put your card template, so you know we did it the Melon Mambo layer size. So you can have your card template there and then line it up as you're cutting. Like have it lined up on each side and then cut. So that would be really, really nice. Yeah, I think using the sponge daubers would be absolutely gorgeous on here. So anyway, let's cut this down. And then we have to make decisions. It's very, very difficult to make decisions with this because it's so pretty. Like, so pretty. I really like this one, but I love the black as well. Maybe we'll just do it all. Do all of them. I can't decide. So I'll show you here what I'll do. When you have them cut like mine, you can sort of line it up, eyeball it, and then you're knowing where you're going to cut. Just be careful not to cut your actual template, because that would not be good, but you can get an idea and just move that out of the way and cut. And then once you've done one side, it's going to be a lot easier to do the other side because you know the measurement. So then just do the other side. And then same for the top. Do one side where you line it up. So about there. And then the other side we're actually going to know the measurement. Isn't that handy? So that's the way to do it. So don't do what I did before with all that tape and ridiculousness. This is the way to do it. Yay! Look at that. So with this one, you could quite possibly have that border there. Oh, actually, it needs to be cut down a little bit more on this side. I think I did it the Melon Mambo size instead of the... Yes, I did. That looks great. Yes, it's so good, isn't it? Yeah, that looks amazing. And you could quite possibly have the black base. What are we thinking? Oh no, I really like that too. Doesn't it look gorgeous? So we have a few options here. I think I want to show you how you can use, especially now that we've got the little mini sponges actually, because I haven't used them. I want to get a few more of these. The little baby ones. I'm just a baby. And I'm going to use the same colour, which is the polished pink. You could use a different one if you wanted to. And so give that a good amount of inking. And then you can just come in here. You don't have to do the whole thing if you don't want to, but just to sort of lift up that flower a little bit and make it pop. Oh wow. And just get a tissue, because obviously there's going to be a little bit left over on the embossing. Look at that. It's really subtle, but I really love it. If you want to go sort of more in here, I think the daubers would be better for that. But that's another suggestion. Now we have this one here that we had a little bit of a boo-boo on. So we can have a bit of a play with this, doing some fussy cutting on this one. Now I did have the snips here. I made sure I had the good quality snips that I stole from Bruno's room. She doesn't know. Oh, he knows now. So let's just do like one of the leaves. Let's just have a look at what this looks like. Like so. I'm just gonna take this out and then I'll come a bit closer. So it is one of those like versatile stamp sets that you can, you could raise these up, you can have additional items. It's really kind of cool. And even this here, like, it's a beautiful framed section. So like each piece is something that you could do a standalone with. I'll just cut this out and then we might have to go a little bit closer. Do a bit of a tardy because my eyes are finding it difficult to see the edge. Oh yeah. So it's just a really, yeah, like all sorts of different layers that you could use, or you could just put this on a card. You can raise it up with different colors. Like it's just a really cool, yeah, I know, it's a really fun sort of idea of what different things you can do. Even these little flowers here in the corner, they could be sort of colored, but it really is up to you, like where you want to go with it. You could really go to town. Even certain colors, like it would just have like I'm thinking, for me it has almost like the Indian henna vibes, that sort of look. So you could go for like green, yellow. Yeah, there's like very earthy colors you could go for. You could go vintage with this. So if you wanted to have it in the background, and that's something that they do in the catalogue, where you have put it on some crumb cake and do it in crumb cake on crumb cake and have it like just slightly in the background as, you know, something to, I was going to show you the catalogue but I can't yet. But yeah, something like that in the background would be really nice. Yeah, so there's a lot of versatility, and even these on their own, like if you had this flower, so let's just have a look at this flower. And like I said, you are going to need to fussy cut. So for the fussy cutter people, I think this is your stamp set that was made for you. If you don't really enjoy fussy cutting, maybe this is the stamp set that can help you learn. Because I think a lot of the time the fussy cutting, it's not enjoyable because of maybe the way that you're cutting. Because I know it took me a little while to learn the technique of being able to cut.
Two dogs with you?
Jasper's here. I don't know where Bella is.
Front door was open.
Oh no. Oh, good. Bella never escapes though. It's always Jasper. Look at that. Isn't that spectacular? Oh, wowza. Oh, that's so beautiful. I really like that. What do we think of that? And then we've got this one here. I actually really love it with the pop of black. But I also love it with the, I'll just cut that out like so. I also love it with the sponging too. Doggies are having a go at each other. Bella has no qualms in telling Dante that he's not welcome to do something. A bit of sniffing or taking her food. She tells him what for, man. Typical woman. Tell the boys what to do. Hey, Bruno. He's gone for a walkabout. I'll get him to bring Dante in so you can see him. I find this so calming. Oh, I don't know how people can hate fussy cutting. I just love it. It just puts me into this calm zone. Yeah, I love the pop of black too. So this would go on the black. And then again, if you wanted to sort of create a little bit of depth of colour, this is using polished pink, but I think it would look better with the, oh no, it seems to be colouring it okay. Just keep sort of layering it until it really adds some colour there. And again, grab your tissue. Oh, I love that. Look at that. Just adds a really cool little colour in there. And you can use the blends and actually colour the white too. So that's like another technique again if you wanted to add different colours to the stamen or something like that. Then you can actually use the blends on top, which a lot of people don't realise that it actually colours the actual embossing. Like, what is it colouring? See all these brain farts I'm having? Oh my goodness, it's so hilarious. I think I'm just going to have to run with it and just be like, yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. I'm telling you, it's an easy card, but I didn't say it was quick. It's a simple card, but I never say quick anymore because I'm relaxed with all of you. I know. I just take my time. Whee! And if you don't enjoy it, that's okay. You can just fast forward. just watch later and fast forward. Now I want some melon mambo as a base, so we can have two of them. See, suddenly it's turned into 1.5 hours, 2 cards. That's all right, isn't it? I love playing. I really do. I enjoy innovating and playing and researching and trying and testing. It's good fun. And yeah, the card templates are so handy. I mean, it sounds weird me saying that my own invention is handy, but it really is. I did it to help me with the tutorials, and they have been an absolute lifesaver. Oh, wow. I'm glad we've done 2. That worked out well. I didn't plan that. So let's stick those down. And I'm going to stick these higher. so pretty. Oh my goodness. Oh, good. I'm glad you're enjoying watching me play. I really am playing. I'm having so much fun. So we'll stick them down and then we'll do our sentiment. Now you can use whatever adhesive that you like. I am a green glue fan, as many of you know. And the main reason for me liking green glue is because I can wiggle room. Wiggle, wiggle. I like to have a little bit of wiggle room because I never put it on straight. So it helps me to look like I know what I'm doing. Do you like that? So we'll pop that down. I like the card base being the colour of the flower that we're putting on. I think it looks really good. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? It looks so different to one another. Gorgeous. Good wow. There we go. Some dimensionals. I love these. Oh my goodness. Addicted. They're so handy and they're such good quality too, the Stampin' Up! Ones. You can get other ones at the shop, but I think if you're going to make a card like this, you want to know that it's going to stay here. I'll just do a little bit of a zhuzh of the flower. This is the technical term, zhuzhing. Just think that, you know, just gives it a bit of life. I can even bring in some gems as well. Oh, that looks so cool. Because then you can sort of see the flower behind as well. Looks really good. Gives it a little bit more life. It's just the simple little things that make a difference in our card making. The things that make it unique, nothing like anything that we buy at the shop. It's a gift in itself. It's the gift you give to people that have got everything. Because people are very, very difficult to buy for these days. I'm sure plenty of you that had to do your Christmas gifts, I'm sure you felt that. You're like, what do I get these people? They've got everything. But I think these beautiful cards of ours are a gift in itself. Because we don't do Christmas, I like to just do like random gifts through the year. And what I like to do, particularly with my family, is if I'm chatting to them, like, oh, you know, what have you been doing? Have you got any cool purchases lately? What are you liking? You know, maybe there's like a certain, like when we went to my brothers and sisters' place, I saw that they had a certain, I forget the brand, but it was like a certain type of hand wash. Sounds random, but it was like so beautiful. I was like, oh, the smells, it's so gorgeous. Oh my goodness, it's so stunning. But, you know, I know that that's an exclusive brand. I know that it, you know, it's really special stuff. And so I just take a little note to self. I'm like, I know that they like that brand. I know that they like that thing. Or, you know, if we go over, I'm like, oh, so what drinks have you tried lately? You know, then you can sort of pick up, oh, are they into gin? Do they like a particular gin? Is there a particular, like, there's certain brands that, like, we all personally like. And I think when you get that, like, even if you just put a little note in your phone under their name, like notes, I love, you know, they love this brand or this brand, or, and then, you know, like, you could even get a voucher for that place and know that they're going to absolutely love it. So yeah, it's just doing a little bit of research and writing it down, because then it becomes so much easier to shop, like do a gift for them, because you've got your inside info. And even sometimes, like, people go to Jessie and they'll ask questions like, what do they like? And Jessie knows us well. So you could go to a good friend and say, you know, do you know certain things that they like? Or, You know, what's their favorite color? So yeah, it can be easy, but you've just got to do a little bit of digging without actually telling them you're digging. I remember one time I wanted to buy a friend some coffee, and you know, coffee is very subjective, especially Nespresso. And so I was like, oh, you know what? Oh, do you have an espresso machine? Oh my goodness, it's so cool. What are your flavors? I love, and I was telling her all the flavors I love. And it was just so nonchalant. It was like, you know, what do you like? Oh, you like that one. Oh, I'm like writing them all down. And then I knew what to give them because I knew what flavors they liked. Otherwise, what do you get? You can get a voucher, but I think it's nice to actually get them something. Now, Wink of Stella, you're all saying, hey, woohoo! I think it'll be lovely. Even on the flower would be really nice. Personally, I think you should have left the side the same as the top and the bottom. What does that mean, Pauline? I'm trying to work out what that means. Left the sided the same as the top and bottom. What is really interesting, and I think you might be thinking like where we had to cut. For you guys in the US and Canada, you probably won't have to cut the way that we've cut. I think this stamp is actually going to be, in fact, I'll get my templates and I'll show you exactly what it's going to be like in the US sizing. I think I've got it here, yes. Oh, don't fall out. So if you have a look here, oh no, actually you will cut off. It'll be wider and shorter. So that's what it looks like in US. So you're going to cut quite a lot of that off if you use the... So I'm not sure if that's what you're thinking, like cutting off. Because yeah, it will cut off quite a bit using the Melon Mambo layer. If you want a bit more of the design, I think you guys will need to use the Cajun Craze size, because that one will get majority of it. It will get the whole filigree then on each side. For us in Australia, I think the Cajun Craze could quite possibly fit the... Yeah, that will do all of it. So if you want like a full, you don't want to cut down the lattice, then that would be the way to go. So let's just open this and check it out now. Yeah, so you can see here it's still got a little bit cut off, but you're going to have a little bit of white space up the top. Oh, maybe just slight. No, I think that's going to be quite good actually. So yeah, right to the edge. So the Cajun Craze is if you don't want to cut anything off. Yeah. So hopefully, yeah, I think Renee said that. Yeah, you'd have to cut the top and the bottom. But depending on the size that you use, like you can see the Melon Mambo is very, very different in the US size. Like that would be the US size for Melon Mambo size. But it just depends what card template you're using, what measurement, as to what you're going to cut off. But yeah, just to your liking, whatever you prefer. I just wanted to add some layers behind. I love having a bit of layer, because otherwise it would just be the whole, like I wouldn't have any of the other colors showing. It would just be that one layer. Building these templates must have tortured your brain. I think the tutorials tortured my brain. So I was like, how do I work out, you know, how to do it in each, because it's not a conversion. It's not like you can just go to the internet and say, what's this in this country? No, we use completely different cardstock. So I ended up building these card templates just to help me each month to create cards and get the conversion. So it was actually a converter for me, and it is a converter. If you have both the metric and the inches in standard for the US and Canada, you can actually convert with one another. They talk, they interpret one another. So if you're watching a video, if you're in the US and you're watching a video here in Australia or a UK video, and you're thinking, why on earth have they, what are these measurements that they're using? Then the card templates will convert into your measurements, which is, I know, how even? But it was literally because I was struggling with the measurements. And I'm like, no wonder new stampers find it difficult, because it's really hard when you're watching other demonstrators and thinking, why is this not working for me in my country? And it's because you're watching someone that isn't in your country. And so therefore, it doesn't work. It's not the same size because you don't have the same size cardstock. Now, what have we got here? Oh, I love this one. Sending loving thoughts and prayers. Some days are harder than others. Oh, courage is being really scared and doing it anyway. Love it. Sending support. So there's that one. That's the courage one. It would cover quite a lot, so it may not be the right one for this. But what's this one here? Sending loving thoughts and prayers. I like that one. And there's even the you've got this. That one's really cool too. So let's do a few of them so that we can see these. See them in the flesh. See them stamped. Hi there, Betty. I love that, Nancy. I'm not sure why that emoji appeared. Yes, Paula, I love it. The different countries, it really does your head in, because, yeah. So, I don't know if you know, but we are changing the name of our tutorial bundle, because I don't think a lot of people realise, but they're actually classes. So, from now on, we're starting next month. I've just finished the class. I've just finished our class, my first class, for January, and we're going to have 6 months of classes. 12 classes, people. 12 classes for $21 Australian, which for some of you, I think in the US is like $15. $15 for 12 classes, and you'll get all the measurements, you'll get all the, like, you get a tutorial as well, but they're a class because they come with a video. Isn't that a good idea? Do you think that makes more sense? I do. But I would be interested in your opinion, because I don't think a lot of people, there's a lot of tutorials out there now these days. A lot of people are doing tutorials, but I was like, no, we need to actually show people that we're different to all those tutorial bundles. How are we different? Because there's a video. So of course it's a class. And you have 12 different amazing demonstrators giving you their amazing tips and ideas. So if you wanted to, you can actually sign up in January for 6 months, and you'll get 72 classes over 6 months. So you get 12 classes for free when you sign up for the subscription. Yes, please. Now, randomly, I am going to do basic black on both of them because I think it will look hot on both. I mean, I could possibly do a melon mambo, but anyway, we'll have a look. But I think the black will look really good on there too. So yeah, those new classes are going to be released. They're based on a suite each month, and our first suite is the Fancy Flora. And I must say, I am very excited to show you that card because I used the new shimmer paper, and I've done something very tricky to the shimmer paper. I was doing some testing And I did some stamping on the shimmer paper. Yes. Yes, that's right. You like that, Kathy? Brilliant. And you know what the funniest thing, Kathy, is we've always had the videos, like the last, I think probably year or two, maybe year and a half, we've done the videos. But because it's called a tutorial, not a lot of people realize that we had videos that came with it. So I'm like, why are we calling it a tutorial? It's not a tutorial, it's a class. It's like 12 classes every month, which are like you have access for life. You can use them for all sorts of different things. Even if you don't have that particular suite or you're not interested in that suite, you're still going to learn how to do like particular fun fold cards or different techniques or different ideas that you can use for anything. You don't have to use it for that particular suite, which is what I love. It's going to give you lots of inspiration. Yeah. Personally, I'm setting up mine to go on our Teachable program. The other girls, they might be doing it a little bit different, but it's pretty much the same thing as what we've been doing, just renamed. Just to give you an idea of what you get, which I think is really important for it to be named correctly. Good. So I've done quite a few there. While we're at it, I'll just tip this back in. Aren't these trays amazing? If you haven't got one of these embossing trays, you need them in your life. You just have to have them. So I want to tap, but not tap too hard. Yeah, that looks better. I was thinking, oh no, I don't know if they're inky enough, but they look good now. I love it, Kathy. January. January's sign up time. And we've got 6 months. So the first month, so January is the only time that you can sign up for this subscription to all of the classes and get a whole month for free. So 12 classes for free. And it's just, yeah, I think it's a really great way to have that resource. And you have it for forever. So to have 72 classes and access forever. And it works out to be like $2 Australian per class. Not even. Like it's less than $2. I think we worked out it's around $1.60 or something like that for a class. $1.60 for a class. Oh, it's a bargain. Am I going to snip? Yeah, I'll snip. Some of you might prefer to use a die. Totally up to you. But I do love the snip. It's just nice and easy and quick. Oh, that sending loving thoughts and prayers is absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. Like, there's nothing over the top about it. It's just perfect. Look at that. Oh, is it zooming in for you? And look at that. It's just sitting there saying, hello. Oh, perfect. I think I'll put it like there. Isn't that amazing? And we could even cut down the little minis so that that sits up. I might even have some of the, ooh, I could use even the foam sheets for this. So then we can cut it any size we want. I really need to use the adhesive sheets more often because they are very handy. Oh my goodness. I love it. Oh, Melly's from Italy. Hi, Melly. Buongiorno. Bruno, come and talk to Melly in Italian. Let's try this one. Bruno understands Italian. He hasn't spoken it for a long... Oh, thanks, Jasper. He hasn't spoken it in a long time, so he doesn't get to use it. He used to use it with his nonna. Oh, no, you used to speak English, that's right. Oh, no. With nonna, did you speak Italian?
Did you say something about me?
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Wow, that looks interesting.
I said, interesting? That's like you calling your card pretty.
Yes, it is pretty. Yeah.
Interesting. Pretty's better. I can handle pretty. No, you have to come back here. Melly is from Italy. Can you give us some of your Italian?
Where is that?
Melly PP. She said buongiorno.
Good morning.
Ask her how she is.
Ask Google.
I knew you wouldn't say anything. He never speaks Italian. I love it when he speaks Italian. And it's not very often I get to hear it. Come on, Bruno. Pull out your Italian. Oh, I love it. Even this one is fantastic, isn't it? Because some days are harder than others. I think that's a really nice... Like if someone's got some bad news or a sympathy card or maybe even a wedding card. No, I'm kidding. Their child's being a delinquent. Kidding. Hubby broke something. I just feel like there's a lot of different things you could do that. You could even use it as a bit of a joke too. Maybe your friends missed their flight. Travel plans didn't go to plan. Lots of ideas. Oh, they're so pretty. I love them. Or as Britta says, interesting. They're very interesting. Now I'm going to get... Look at all that cutting I did for the inserts and I need another one. I'm telling you, those inserts just, they walk away. They fly away. I cut them and then they're gone. Oh, I see, yes. Too pretty to cut off, yes. It's amazing how, though, it just feels like it's, a lattice look. But yes, totally, if you did it all the way to the edge, then you wouldn't have to cut anything off, which is good. Now, what we can do... So this could be where you add in like some of those cut pieces as well. So if you wanted to add, some of these leaves on as an insert. So I think it's nice to have a decorated inside. So there's those. And then there's these ones here as well. You could even do the whole corner if you wanted to. Do something like this. Like, it's just crazy how many different ideas you could do with this. Like, it could be a little corner thing that you do with like partial. So I'll show you here what I mean. Like something like that, where you've got partial corner, like you could have edge and edge, something like that. I'll just cut that closer. But I love, and this, you know, it could be the front even, like it doesn't have to be inside the card, but I just love how it's got so much versatility to it, this stamp set. There's just so many cool things you can do. I might just cut a little. Oh, I think that should be all right. I feel like it just needs a little bit more off the edge. Yeah, the more you play with this, the more ideas you're going to come up with. I think the edges are better on an angle. Maybe the other angle. Yeah, I like that. Maybe cut down a little bit. It just looks a bit thick. I want a finer edge there. So yeah, it's just, I like this one actually, having them in the corner of each. I think that looks really good, like it's framing it sort of thing. But yeah, have a play, work out what you like. And I hope that I've given you lots and lots of different ideas of what you can do with this very versatile stamp set. It's really surprising, like really surprising how much you can do with it. Oh, love. And you know, feel free to add in some of the leaves if you wanted to add those in. It's just, yeah, you could just keep playing. Yes, the little flowers in the corner you can colour, or you could even stick them down. But yeah, hopefully I'm giving you lots of creative ideas so that then you can go and run with this stamp set and just have an absolute ball with it, because it really is one of those amazing hidden gems. So all I did actually here, I think it even looks better, is I've just added it like a little tiny frame. I think that looks really good like that, where it's got a little bit of a white edge there. Yay! And then the same with this one. Cut that one a little bit crooked. So it's got a little bit of extra white space. But yeah, I really like it. Yes. Oh, thank you, Nancy. Enjoy the meeting tonight. Beautiful. And inside this one. Ta-da! Oh my goodness. That was so much fun, everyone. What do you think? Just move that over a little bit. Have I got anything else in the way? My keyboard up there is sort of poking its way in. And there's still a little bit of a... Oh, there we go. That's better. So what do you think, everyone? That's brilliant. I've got a bit of lippy on my tooth the whole time. Kylie's keeping it real. I was like, do I have lippy on my teeth? You mustn't have seen it because no one said anything. You got lippy on your teeth, Kylie. It's like, has Kylie's tooth been chipped? So there we go. I'll do it like this, actually. Bruno's doing a cool cover. He had a cool cover before. Yay! I'm glad you like both of them. Do we want to add bling, actually? I didn't add bling. We need bling, don't we? And we need Wink of Stella. We can't not have Wink of Stella. Have I got the right one? Because Bruno picked up a gold one. I was like, what? Clear. You won't be able to see it that well, but it really does add such a beautiful element to your work. So if you've been forgetting to use your Wink of Stella, I'm glad a lot of you mentioned that, because it just adds that something very special to your projects. And if we're going to do Wink of Stella, I feel like if I did add an embellishment somewhere, I probably would add them on these little... actually, I don't think I'm going to add any. You could possibly put them on these little points here. That could be a spot. But I think it would have to be like something structured. It's not like you can just place them anywhere. I think on these points, maybe that would be a place to add them. But I think I'm going to leave it. I think the Wink of Stella has given it the little extra that I wanted to add. And I think it looks really good. Ah, thank you, everyone. Yes, I love both of them too. I think it's just a really, really interesting stamp set. And I hope that it's showed you just how versatile it is. Because look at all three of those. Let's just line them up so that we can have all three of them. Because it's good to have lots of different colours. Yay! Lots of ideas. Yay! Which one do you like? Ooh, matte black dots would look so hot on this one. Yes. Nice one. Good one, Paula. Yeah, we can still, and we sometimes, I have it in my container. Do you like my little jar of goodies? I've got a fork for my bow making, and I've got everything I need, my pencil. But yeah, I keep my Wink and Stella in here now because I was just getting to a point where I was forgetting to use it. So I thought, no, it needs a little home in front of me so that hopefully... But yeah, it was nice that you girls, I think Nancy might have mentioned it. So it was good to mention that. So that's what I did on that one. So I think I must have stamped that and just stamped that one part of the flower, which, yeah, I think that's come up really nice. Or you can use other bits and pieces of your leftovers. No one's going to know that they're leftovers. Oh, thank you, Donna. Yes, we appreciate a thumbs up. And if you want to share this with any of your team members, or maybe some of you have customers, please share. Or if you're watching and you're a little stalker in the background, we call you friendly stalkers. If you haven't commented yet, say hi. You can say hi now so that we can see you. And if you live in Australia, if you'd like the new catalogue, we can get that posted out to you. So just message us. You can contact us. I will give you the exact contact me link. And then you can say, can I please have a catalogue? And just make sure that you're not already ordering through someone else. If you're already ordering with someone else, just contact them for a catalogue. But yeah, if you're looking for a demonstrator, maybe you're new to card making, you've never done card making before, when you shop with us, we give you access to our card making class that has a lot of amazing ideas and techniques and a lot of good things for those that are new to crafting, sort of showing you every product that Stampin' Up! Have and how to use them. So then you know what to purchase, then you know what they're for. So that's a gift that we give. It's worth $99, but we give it to our customers for a gift. And that's the, sort of card making course, I called it, because it's a course in learning all the different products and how to use them. So you can check that out. But yes, we will have the new class bundle starting January, so please look out for that. Next week we won't be here live because we will be cruising. How exciting, but I am going to miss you all. However, I'm pretty sure Bruno has a video for you using the Delicate Desert, but I like to call it Delicate Dessert. So nice to see you, Eric. Good to see you. Oh, you had friends for dinner. Oh, that's nice. Do you have adobo? Lechon? But yes, lovely to see you all today, and hopefully we see you not next week but the week after, because the new catalogue will be starting. I can't believe it. So while we're away, it will happen, but you'll see us as soon as we get back. I'll be doing a lot of catch-ups, and if there's anything that we can help you with, please let us know. Remember, the best deal is definitely to join. But just speak to your demonstrator if you need some support with that. How close are we? Oh no, we're ages away. I think it'll be another 10 years. Some people are like sales oriented. I think we're more team oriented, because I keep telling people to join up, Paula. I'm like, save your money, come and join us. We can't get to our $1 million because we keep getting people to join us. But that's great. It works well for us. Some people are happy for people to just stay shopping with them. Sure, you can do that. But we want to tell you the secret. And the secret is you can save money if you join. So, yeah, it'll take us another decade to get to $1 million. And the other thing in Australia is the way that the currency works is basically to get 1 million CSV. I think we have to sell about 1.7 million to get to 1 million CSV. So it's not like in the US, it's like $1 million. It's like, yeah, way over because of the conversion rate. So yeah, 1.7, here we come. It will take some time. We're close to 1 million, but not quite 1 million CSV. Yes. Oh, wow. Paula said she's in the US and she's on her 5th round of being a demonstrator. I love it. And we've got a lot of team members that come and go, and I just think it's fantastic. You know, just use it for what it does for you at the time. And I don't think a lot of people realize that. Like, you can drop or finish or resign, and then you can join back up again. You can't join up with a different demonstrator if they're still active within 90 days. But if you haven't been a demonstrator for 90 days, then you can join with anyone you want. If your demonstrator is no longer active, you can join with whoever you want, no matter when. So it's a really great opportunity. And Donna asked a really good question. Do you get celebration with joining? No, you don't get any celebration freebies. However, the minute you put in your first order as a demonstrator, you can earn your celebration items. We have asked over the years, why don't they have some sort of, celebration offer where you can get celebration items. But I guess they're just trying to get you to put that first order in. Because let's be honest, in this catalogue, I'm pretty sure we're going to spend over the starter kit price, which is $315 of product that you get to choose. You only pay $169 if you don't want the mini. So you're going to be spending money after you join anyway, and you'll be able to earn those celebration items on your demonstrator order. But instead, every $90 order, it's every $72, because you're going to get the 20% discount. So you're getting freebies for cheaper when you sign up. It's a win. So yes, thank you so much for being here. Big hugs to all of you, and I hope you enjoyed the little pep talk today. Thank you for your support. Thank you for being so kind and open and safe, and it means that I can be myself. I can keep it real, and if you don't like it, if this is not the channel for you, then all good. You can just head on off. You can go somewhere else. I'm not going to change who I am. Yes. And yeah, you definitely want that new boho scam. Thank you, Mandy. Thank you so much. I hope it all goes well, and hopefully we get on there and we don't get sick before we leave. Oh, we really want to go. So yes, I'm saying lots of prayers. So thank you so much. We'll see you not next week, the week after, but check out our blogs and you'll see lots of great pictures. We're catching up with Cheryl Miller in Adelaide, hopefully. Yay, we love Cheryl, so that will be nice. Bye, everyone. Big hug. Oh, I wish you could join me too, Julie. Bye. See you soon. Ah, hi, Jessie. I was just saying goodbye. Bye. Once I see goodbyes, I know that you can see me waving because it lags. Bye.